Are AI agents only something in science fiction? Today we're talking about Copilot Agents, Microsoft's new AI-powered automation tool that's changing the way we work with AI. So to break this down, I brought in my friend, Jordan Goldstein. What's up, man?
Hey, what's poppin', Mel?
I don't know how to respond to what's poppin'.
You could probably ask Copilot to respond for you.
Oh, snap. Burned. Mel got burned. Facts.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What? All right, so Copilot Agents. Let's talk about the basics. What are they and what can they do?
So Copilot Agents are a way of us combining the generative AI technologies like we've all worked with, ChatGPTs, your Claudes, your DeepSeeks, Copilot itself, combining that Gen AI with the power of performing actions similar to a Power Automate. And what's really cool about them is that the Gen AI is able to orchestrate and decide which actions to call for you.
Actions. So what are those all about? Can you make your own actions, things you want it to do?
Yeah, so there's a lot of pre-built actions and a lot of pre-built connectors similar to Power Automate, but we can also build our own custom actions, for instance with finance and operations to execute business logic on behalf of a user.
So it's kind of acting as that user would in certain situations.
Yeah, they're really fulfilling that name like Copilot. It's really like your assistant. And the big difference with these Copilot agents is that they can actually perform those actions for you, not just give you some text about something.
Okay, so I should just think of an agent as a coworker.
Exactly.
So we've seen some AI assistants before, like ChatGPT or a Copilot that's embedded in finance and supply chain management. What makes Copilot agents different?
The biggest difference between the Copilot agents and those AI assistants like ChatGPT or the Copilot we may be familiar with is that Copilot agents can take actions. They can actually do something for you. They don't just say things that you can use to do actions yourself. For instance, ChatGPT is really nice at drafting emails for you, but you still have to copy and paste that email into your email client. You would have to have sent in the context to ChatGPT in the first place, and you still have to send the email. Copilot agents could read an email, write a response, and send it without you ever having to interact with it at all.
So what are some other practical ways we can use Copilot agents?
So we have a Copilot actually built for our finance team here at Sunrise that helps them process time entries and billing a lot faster. You could also embed Copilot agents in finance and supply chain for processing purchase orders, for processing sales orders. It could monitor an email inbox to wait for vendor confirmations, go find the corresponding purchase order and approve that. There's lots of fun ways we can use them to speed up processes.
Oh, wow. So this is a really good opportunity to brainstorm and think outside the box of what we're currently used to with AI.
Yeah. Almost anything we would automate through an extension or through some complicated workflow could probably be automated through a Copilot agent instead.
Right, or lots of clicks that you're just clicking.
Or in instances where you might be switching between multiple systems, you're going to your email to check and see if you've gotten a response, you're checking a Teams chat to see if something's been approved, and then you go back into finance and supply chain to actually do some action. Copilot could monitor both of those places and then go and perform the action on your behalf.
That's cool because humans are not good at multitasking. But it sounds like Copilot agents are.
Yep.
Game changer. Okay, so we've learned that Copilot agents can take actions and go beyond just answering questions. So how do you keep these safe and reliable in a business setting?
So the nice thing about the Copilot agents is that they're built right into all of Microsoft's Intra authentication. So when they're performing actions on your behalf, they're actually going to pass on your user's context to whatever application they're interacting with. So if you don't have access to that data, they won't have access to that data. Whether that's in Outlook, whether that's in finance and supply chain, it's tied to what you are allowed to do.
And hopefully, as part of the project, we've already gone through and decided what users can do what. So this builds on top of that and uses that.
Exactly. And the security is managed in finance and supply chain similar to how it is for normal batch jobs and forms. You can tie menu items to specific actions the Copilot can take, and your user would need to have access to that menu item in order to do the action at all.
So is there anything else that someone needs to know to get started with Copilot agents?
So there's a lot of out-of-the-box actions and out-of-the-box connectors for Copilot agents, similar to how there is in something like a Power Automate. But when you start getting into something more complicated, like trying to perform actions for finance and supply chain, it's important to know that at some point you're going to need developers' help. These are still extensions we're doing. It's more of a new way of thinking about accomplishing an extension rather than replacing a development task altogether.
For those who want to get started with making an agent, what do they need to do?
It's important to understand the gaps that these agents can fill. They don't necessarily replace an extension. They're a new way for users to interact with finance and supply chain. You can perform finance and supply chain actions from other apps, from outside of the system. So the requirements that we're gathering is still the same, but it's about having a new tool to aid users in their business processes.
A new tool in your toolbox.
Exactly.
Okay, I like it. All right.
So what about licensing for these?
Yeah, so it's similar to the Power Platform licensing for like Power Apps. You can have user licenses. You can also have tenant-wide licenses that allow people to interact with these. But for more information, you'll probably want to talk to our sales team.
All right, I got to see this thing. Can you show us how it works?
Yeah, we have a demo prepared about a finance and supply chain action we've built to allow Copilot to place sales orders on hold for you from a Teams chat, basically from anywhere.
All right, let's roll that beautiful footage.
All right, so going to do a quick demo here of the Copilot agent we built, the order management assistant, which is going to help us put a sales order hold on. So I'm here, just real quick to verify. I'll show you the sales order here, right? This guy, notice he has no holds on him. If I refresh a few times, I haven't staged up any holds that are about to go on or anything to trick you guys. Going to come on back to the assistant, and I'll say, I need to place a hold on order 735. It's thinking a little bit. Notice I haven't given it all of the information. Ask me the legal entity. I'm going to put in USMF. And of course, I need to tell it the hold. And I'm going to do a pricing hold. And there we go. We got our response back. I'll switch back over to my order. I'll hit refresh one more time. And we can see that the order came in. Now, it shows here that it came in as admin. That's just because I'm the admin in this environment. If you were using a different user, it would come in as yourself. Thanks so much.
Man, this thing has a lot of possibilities. My brain's already spinning on thinking of things it can do, right?
Yeah.
So, do you have any final thoughts for us? Is your brain spinning?
I think what's really important to understand is that we're not necessarily going to replace development tasks with these agents. It's not going to streamline the development process or reduce that amount of work. What's really going to change is how our users, how our customers interact with the business processes that we built them. No longer would you have to train somebody on finance and supply chain, how to go through all the different menus and forms and validate their data and perform their actions. They could just chat with the chatbot and it could take actions on their behalf.
Exactly, and just like with our Sunrise methodology, the key to making these agents work well is to understand the needs first, and then building them so that they're reliable and secure.
Absolutely.
Man, this was great. Thanks for hanging out with me in the studio, your first time.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on. This was awesome.
Yeah, all right. Well, check y'all next time on Sunrise Compass. See you later.
Bye-bye.